Good evening, everyone. How are you this evening? My name is David Campbell. I'm an alum from the class of '86. There's my best friend from high school who is sitting at my table, Paul Goldberg. I didn't know that picture was going to be here. That's nice. When I learned Rob wanted me to speak tonight, I reacted the way I imagine most alumni do and wondered, what took you so long to ask me? Consider this. While it pains me to say it out loud, I entered SAAS 35 years ago when the school was brand new. When I considered transferring as a 10th grader, there was no stream building, no shiny new middle school building, no gym, no arts building. In fact, there was no building at all. There was instead a small cohort of teachers, administrators, staff, parents, and board members who shared a vision where, through performance and challenge, kids would grow into adults and students would prepare for the world. To those founders, I'm sure that vision was as tangible as the buildings we know today as Seattle Academy. The institutional ideals that we think of today as defining a SAAS education existed, but without a name. Ideals like the culture of performance and know the kid. Let me give an example of how knowing the kid can make a difference. In elementary school, I had a teacher who would say to me often, and in front of the class, David, whatever you do in life, make sure you have a secretary because you cannot spell. What I took from this was not that I should work harder, but that I couldn't succeed. Not in spelling, and maybe other things in life. I wondered whether I'd be able to achieve my childhood dream of becoming an airline pilot, for example. I convinced each new teacher to expect less of me in spelling, right up until I met Jack O'Connell. I told him I couldn't spell, so it was doubtful I would be able to learn to speak French. A few weeks into the first term, he dragged me into the upper school smoking section. Times have changed a bit, right? He looked me right in the eye, pointed a finger at me, and said, "You will learn to speak French in my class." I protested, but he was insistent, explaining that he'd been watching me, looking for signs that I had a learning problem and couldn't find one. He said, though it would be difficult, possibly, I would learn to speak French. By knowing the kid, Jack was able to shift my mental paradigm and allow me to see myself the way he saw me. Besides learning French well enough to live and work in France, I gained tools to help me learn, tools I later used to become an airline pilot. Thank you. As our son approached middle school age, I wanted him to have the same experiences I had, where he would learn and grow in a culture of performance, or as we called it then, school. But frankly, I worried Seattle Academy had changed. Had it grown into just another independent school in the Seattle area? For answers, my wife Jill and I went to a trusted friend, a Seattle oracle of sorts. Now, there's only one teacher that remains from the first day. Let me tell you why I brought my question to her. My classmates and I were happy, eager, in fact, to leave our parents. But we couldn't imagine going to college without Melinda Miller. Melinda was our teacher, mentor, advisor, sensei. I learned from her academic rigor, scientific discipline, that art can and should be woven into academic pursuits. She taught me to appreciate and to write poetry, to cross-country ski, camp, debate, to observe the world around me with an eye to the empirical and ephemeral, and most importantly, she taught me that this is not a podium. Even today, when these are misidentified, I hear her voice in feigned exasperation yelling from the back of the room, "Lectern!" Melinda helped us grow into adults, and we are the better for it. She has been an indispensable force in Seattle Academy's development and a guardian of the ideals and vision of those who founded SAAS, and that is why I came to her for an answer. Jill and I sat across from Melinda, and I asked, does the school still have that thing that the quality and spirit from the early days that made it what it was? With a nod of understanding, she said, yes, it does. If it didn't, I wouldn't still be here. Well, that was enough for me, and today I'm proud to say I'm a SAAS grad and a SAAS dad. And Rob, bug in your ear, when I retire, maybe we can get together and talk about finding a position for me in faculty or staff so I can hit all three of these demographics. I'm often asked as an alumnus and a parent if the school is different now. The answer, yes. No. It's different in ways that are exciting, and it's the same in ways that matter. Tonight, we're here to support one of those ways. To help frame the topic, please enjoy this video featuring faculty, staff, students, and parents.